This meeting is being recorded. So the only problem that I have in this area is because I know that New York session can easily give a certain correction in price. You know, if prices is moving, you know, already too low, I will believe that that drop from Asian session, London session, New York will need to do some form of correction in price. Now, if it's going to happen at market opening at 8 a.m., you know, or if it's going to happen at NYSE, I don't have an idea now. I need to wait a little bit more and see if I can have some form of price action. Like I said, this candle is closing like it was a fake out in this area. Now, for that fake out to be valid, this candle right here needs to close bearish. Retest maybe the key level, maybe the top of this candle right here and giving me a bearish close. If it's giving me a bearish close and the third candle shows something like this, for example, that's you know, if you want to consider something like it's going to this area right here, all of a sudden before that candle is closing, is doing something like this. The timing is not the best right now. Why? Because NY can easily give you 10 pips to the downside, reverse and close like this, and then a New York session start, you know, creating some form of range or maybe a push toward this area right here. Now, the main idea here will be that the perfect scenario will be if that candle retests that key level right there and close bearish. If that candle is closing bearish and the third candle is trying to retest the high of that candle and leaving this low, you know, something like this, then I will go for it because I know that candle can easily give me something like this overall, you know, to the 55. And having later on a candle that can close below the 55 is a no-brainer. That volume will go all the way down to the 1850 again. The 1850 is one of the strongest key levels we may have in this area right here. So if we have a retest to the 1850, be aware that another rejection may happen. This is the previous weekly rejection. This massive move to the downside can easily be rejected again from this area right here because it tends to happen. The price, for example, in this candle right here, price at some point, this candle managed to go to the 50. Really nice. The next candle is just giving the whole wick fill on the weekly and rejecting again from that area right there. So be really, really careful here. Like having a runner, having a trade going to the 50. It's okay, but leaving that runner below the 50 without confirmations can be really tricky at that point. Can be really, really tricky. See, this is the retest. I don't want to consider like a cowboy entry here because can be dangerous. But this candle right here is about to give you the signal here. If that candle closed bearish, then the next candle will try to retest this. In some cases, can retest the whole portion of the candle of the confirmation of the resistance has been established, and breaking that low will give you an idea. Now, do we have that New York volume to continue down, or the New York volume will give you, okay, that's good. Or the New York volume will give you a straight drop. That candle just closed bearish. Now this candle is trying to retest the wick, the key level right here. If you see that candle turning bearish, you can go for it. Maybe using 25 pips in a stop loss to be safe. Something like this, for example, at the break of this low. The price can easily come back to this level right here, and then giving you a break above this area, you can easily close 50%, or you can easily close your entire position. But this push right here is good. This candle doesn't have a bottom wick, so if at any given point after having that retest to that high of that candle and creating a lower wick right here, that liquidity has to go somewhere, and it's going downtown.
Good morning, Kerwin.
Morning. How are you, brother?
I'm good. Kerwin, if you see at the 15 minute, 30 minutes, it's like a range now. Do you think same?
I mean, not the, in total honesty, the 15-minute looks pretty messy. The 30-minute looks pretty messy. The problem, like I said, the problem that I have here is that New York session can give you a push before the continuation, because we need to correct price at some point. Like we always said, institutions doesn't want to sell already low. Institutions will need a beautiful price somewhere here, maybe somewhere here. Big boys. can easily wait until price come back to this area right here, create some sort of resistance, and then start selling from there. And at that point is easier than trying selling in this area right here. That the setup that I told you before, this is not valid anymore. Yeah, go ahead.
In normal case, before I'm coming to Zoom, when I saw this fake out, I was thinking of sell. Then I went to other time frame. Then I was thinking like, oh, institutional won't sell from low. They need something.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And this is why the price is already tricky because of the timing here. It's already 7:52. 8 more minutes for New York Open. That's why I didn't want to consider selling in this area unless having a pullback first and then the candle breaking that low. If this candle is respecting the resistant candle, if you guys already watched some portions of the videos that I have on the drive, you will notice that after the confirmation, the resistant candle, and then the confirmation, the resistance, the next one retest the high of this candle or any key level and respect that key level, is going downtown no matter what. The only problem here is New York session, spot to open right now. It's 8 more minutes. We'll have a New York session. That's the tricky part. We don't know if New York session will correct heavy to the upside that makes it that can make it worth it for you to trade. Like for example, that candle closing like the way it is, and then it's okay to look for that continuation, risking 30 pips in that area. No, I'm not considering something like that. If that candle gives me, better confirmation later on after having hourly candles closing bullish with rejections and at least 2 hourly candles giving me that rejection, like for example, this one closing like this, the next candle giving me, for example, like let's say that's the hourly candle. That's the first confirmation on the mid time frames. The next candle trying to go back, retest maybe the 59 somewhere here, maybe the 59, and the next hourly candle giving me something like this. At that point, I know that if the next candle with a 10 a.m. whatever is giving me something like this, I will go for it, because at that point I can easily use this area right here as a possible stop loss, and looking for a steady moves to the upside as a form of correction. Always pay attention how the lower timeframes are behaving in these areas, because the lower timeframes will give you confirmation if it's a form of rejection or if it's a plain and simple continuation. When there's a plain and simple continuation, you will see that the candles in the lower timeframes, the 5 minutes, for example, they're giving you just steady moves, not giving you crazy moves like a 5 minute candle going up and the next one retesting completely the low of the previous 5 minutes. But at this point, this, in my opinion, this is just plain and simple range that we're about to experience some sort of range based on the volume that move overnight. Is in session and London session dropping. We need some form of correction for New York. I don't have any doubt that gold will continue down at any given point, leaving this specific area. But if it's not going back and giving me this close below this area, I'm not interested to sell something that is looking bullish. Look at the size of that candle right there. And it's New York session just about to open. It's 30 pips in volume.
Hey, Kerwin.
Yeah, man.
What is the option on Zoom? Whiteboards. It's a new option?
White box?
Whiteboards. I updated my Zoom. It shows down like whiteboards.
No, I have no idea.
Yeah, maybe you can draw something and explain, I think, the new updation, like for learning, teaching purpose.
No.
In charts. Yeah.
Oh, that's an extension. If it's a whiteboard, that's maybe an extension from Zoom. In the if you click on apps, most likely, then you may have some idea there.
Okay.
But yeah, but no, I've never used extensions on Zoom. As a matter of fact, I was having some sort of issues with I'm still having issues with my camera. And I tried with Vimeo, and Vimeo is working fine, but I have no idea why my camera is giving me some sort of issues with Zoom. as well. Something that I'm planning, you know, is taking all the information from Google Drive and migrate all that information to Vimeo. Google Drive is taking long time to process those videos, and Vimeo,
Vimeo
man,
is good. Vimeo is
it's
good.
really simple. It's amazing, and the quality is even is better quality than videos on Google. Yeah,
Yeah, they
I
have
was
more
checking.
data storage. I
Yeah,
think.
I was checking yesterday, and you know, I couldn't believe that the FOMC meeting recording still being processed. So you know, at this point, I don't know, man. It's just a mess. I don't like the way that Google Drive is, you know, is managing that information. It's taking
Hi, Kerwin, I've got
ages.
a question.
Yeah.
Yeah, so do you know this previous 5-minute candle, the previous one?
Mhm.
So just from obviously your experience, your opinion, so if this candle, you can see it retested the previous candles, you can see just above the 1860 level.
Mhm.
If obviously it reaches that level and starts testing it, and then you start to see it's making its way back down, would it be good to take a high risk, high reward sell there with obviously like a small stop loss?
With the smallest stop loss trading in this area?
So this previous 5-minute candle, the one that just went really bullish,
Uh-huh.
if this went to the previous highs and started rejecting, and then if you take a trade right there with like a 4 or 5 pip stop loss, is that worth it or is it risky?
That's a lot of risk. It can be, you know, it can be worth it. It can be worth the try, but it's
Yeah.
it's a hell of risk. At least 10 pips, you know,
Yeah,
at
yeah.
least 10. But New York is about to open, and that hourly candle is about to close beautiful bullish. So, you know, will be really easy for a new hourly candle to give you that wake fill to the upside before any rejections.
No, yeah. Okay,
Yeah,
I
no,
understand.
it's dangerous. Every time, you know, this is the thing. We don't look for 20 pips for 10 pips in average. We look for 100 pips. So if you can have your risk reward, you know, good enough to manage your trades based on 20 to 30 pips in a stop loss. Remember, having a 20 to 30 pips stop loss doesn't mean that you're gonna close, you know, you're gonna close the position completely with the 30 pips loss. No. If price is moving 10, 15 pips against you, then you may have, you know, the way to close partials at that point, you know, before getting hit on the stop loss completely. But we look for on a daily basis, we look over 50 pips in targets,
Yeah,
which
100%.
for gold is pretty easy though. Yeah.
No worries. Thank you, Kerwin.
No problem, brother. Yeah, that candle's reversing completely. Yeah, it will take some time until price, you know, chill out a little bit, and then, you know, to give you that specific move. But yeah, this area right here it will be pretty messy. Oh wait, if price is giving me a break below this area, a close below this area, this candle has substantial information. This is my support in this area. I don't care what happened here. I care what about this candle right here. Like for example, that's New York open. You will see if price retests this area, where is the key level you have? Well, in this area right here is the 10 pips below the key level. Price can come back this area, start closing above this area. If price is leaving, we're still counter trending, obviously, but if price is leaving this area right here, most likely is going to the key level, to the 65. You decide if you have a trade, like for example, something like this later on. Doesn't need to be right now, but later on you decide if this is worth the shot for you. You know, it's up to you. Now, if you're gonna have a steady move, counter trending, something that in the 4-hour candles are looking heavy bearish, you know, that's the thing. You need to consider, okay, is worth it? Do I really believe this candle will end instead of closing bearish like that? This candle on the 4-hour will be doing something like this, for example, like closing now is bearish. At this point is bearish. Now this candle will be closing something like this to make it worth it for my trade, to play out from this area overall to this area. Those are the things that you need to consider before taking any position at that point. Everything is bearish still. it's okay for New York to have a form of pullback. Now that pullback won't be something that will last long enough, in my opinion, because the daily candle is looking hell of a bearish candle, and the 4-hour candles are giving you that confirmation. Yeah, just let price to chill a little bit more, and later we may try something. Even below this candle right here, we can try something. If this is as the session progress, you see the prices creating some form of areas of resistance, form of areas of support. Now, if this is your rejection area, now price will need to stay below this area. If price is going back to retest this area and coming back and close bullish, is because we're heading a little bit more to the upside. But this candle, the moment this candle is giving you that rejection, this is your resistance. It's closing basically below the range. The only key level you have here as a contention is the 60. So if this candle close bearish below that 60 right there, then most likely price can easily come back to this area overall. You know, if the move is to the downside, price the moment that candle, if that candle managed to close below this area, something like this, the next candle, the worst thing that can happen is a heavy pullback there. And the moment that candle is rejecting that level, doing something like this, you can easily have fun with that specific move, because this area right here will hold for the rest of the session for New York. I don't like trading when price is moving randomly like that, like 4-hour candles giving you the confirmation and trying to counter trend something that is bearish. You know, I look for continuation of those bearish candles right there. 15 minutes, 30 minutes, look at those 30-minute candles right there. It's a lot of mess.
I think now waiting will be good, you know, until 4-hour close, because so much moved. Jumping now doesn't make sense.
Doesn't make sense, definitely. This is, you just let the market chill a little bit more until it gives you better confirmations, and then we can go for it. We don't need, this is just the first day of the week. Last night, like I said, I got stopped out with 25 pips and loss. I'm not interested, and I didn't manage that position because I was, you know, I was not on the chart. I just had that specific position because I was like, yeah, you know, what is the worst thing that can happen here? Going back to the 70s and rejecting that 70. That's all. But I, you know, at this point, anybody who's looking for trades, let's let price, you know, just do his thing, and we can find trades later on.
Hey, good morning, Kerwin.
Morning, Matthew. You mailed those cells last night, right?
No, I did.
No?
I just stayed out. Yeah, I was going to, and then I was just getting too tired, so I wanted to go to bed, and then I wake up, and of course, it just goes. But that's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. We have all week.
Yeah. This is just the first day of the week. Look at that.
So is this the way it again dropped in the beginning of the week? Is it a potential? Yeah, if it rejects here, it could go bullish, right?
Yeah.
Or you think it's better still for bearish, like long term?
Long term makes sense going bearish, but the way that drop happened overnight is quite fishy. I need price, you know, to give me pullbacks before the continuation. I mean, like I said this morning, I'm not interested on buying the pullbacks. I'm interested on waiting, sitting on my hands, price going to a certain area of contention, and then start selling from there. Yeah, thinking like for the bigger picture, but at this point, it's quite messy. It's quite messy. That hourly candle is the one that gave you that confirmation that support has been established.
Yeah, I like the 70 area on the 1 hour. If it can get up to there, I think from there we'd have a good, because that's where Friday created support. So somewhere there maybe to sell, but yeah, now it's just sloppy to sell here.
Yeah. Yes, it is. Yeah, no, risk reward is not worth it. No, for buys, no, hell no. Not for sells because we're already too low in the daily candle. It doesn't mean that daily cannot continue down, right? But we need some form of correction in price. Yeah.
Hey, Kerwin.
Hey, man.
So question. So now we started the New York session and we're coming from the low of London.
Yes.
So if we look at 1866 around this is your second structure test. And it's also at the 50% of the London range. So would you recommend or prefer taking sells at 1866 to continue with the kind of high time frame bias?
100%. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Thanks.
Yes, 100%. I would love to have, you know, formal fake outs from there.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
That's what I'm looking at as well. You know, like what's gonna happen at that 50% of London range? Are we gonna create support and continue and breaking kind of London high, or are we gonna go back and dump on its face?
The toughest area right here, the most dangerous area, is basically this one right here, the 67. The high of that 4-hour candle. If that 4-hour, look, if this 4-hour candle, I don't care risking 30 pips in this area and being stopped out today, but risking those 30 pips from the high of this 4-hour candle right there. Because this area will be my second structure. That area will be, you know, the high of a 4-hour candle. So price going back to retest the 4-hour candle and giving me a form of fake out from there will be easier for me to plan my sales long term. But you know, obviously I need a form of rejections from there. And I need price action giving me confirmation. I'm not just gonna sell it just because price went there and I'm gonna start selling. No. I will wait. But this area right here is my 4-hour, the 4-hour high, and obviously this can be my contention area. All this area, the 65, 66 area right here, previous rejections that I have in this area, basically that area right there. But if you look left from this area, from the hourly candles here, if you look left, this area right here, let me grab this area right here, is a heavy contention. This area right here is heavy contention.
Yeah.
After this push took a nice close, this candle closing with no top wick, basically little to no top wick, that candle reversed it completely. So I know that it makes a lot of sense looking for something, you know, for sells from this area. Yeah. It's just that you know, the risk. It's just that the risk reward for buys doesn't make sense. Can I try something up here? 13 pips. Hopefully it gives a no. It's okay. I was thinking of a possible push to this area and then 5-minute candle breaking this low. But no, it's just the last 5 minutes before the 50-minute candle close. Whoever is taking those buys, secure some. You don't want to risk it too much in this area.
I secured 25 pips.
Good. But for me, it's not worth it based on the risk reward.
Kerwin, what is the 5-minute at 8:05 that just closed? What if this is the second structure test and it just couldn't go higher to 1866 or 1867, and the current 5-minute that is closing in 3 minutes, maybe that's the one that, you know, confirming a sell. So the next one you take it down.
Yeah, you can consider, for example, that candle. If this 5-minute, the 50-minute candle here, You know, if that 50-minute candle was the pullback to retest the second structure or the key level right there, the next 50-minute candle will give you partial wick fill here. And the moment that candle is breaking the previous, this 5-minute candle low, for example, then you can give it a try. Like for example, something that can make can be something like this, like a candle retesting that area. If it's giving you something like this, and instead of giving you more than that, you can easily have a stop loss here and go for it. And from there, you know that the bigger picture is to the downside. You don't want to. I always need a second candle to get my confirmation. I didn't want to sell it with that 1 minute candle right there because it's not giving me a retest to the previous 1 minute. Like for example, if this candle is giving me rejection, this candle is closing bearish, if this candle is going back, retesting this high, or maybe anywhere in this area right here, then the candle leaving that low, I can take that position, having like, for example, an entry somewhere here and having that specific rejection as a possible stop loss, aiming, you know, for the resistance at least on the 5 minutes. But that's, you know, it's moving randomly, random. Based on the push that we had on this candle, if the move was up, immediately a new 5-minute candle, not bottom wick, and just giving you a wick fill. At that point, you know that the bullish pressure is there. Now, why this candle is reversing completely? You know that it's fishy. It's not the same having a candle. We have seen this candle, you know, every day here, having a candle that doesn't have a bottom wick, having a wick like this, and the next candle just giving you another push, something like this. And the next candle, just a quick push and nothing, not little to not bottom wick. Why this candle doesn't have a bottom wick? Give you a beautiful wick to fill. Why this candle is reversing completely? Doesn't make sense at all. Those are the things that we need to be really careful when we counter trending, basically. That 15-minute candle, look at that 15-minute candle right there. See why those buys doesn't make sense based on risk reward. Because if you get greedy, you don't secure anything, you get rejection. You're counter trending, something that is looking heavy bearish. Right. Right. Still ranging. However, need to close below 1861. Right, for a strong downside. Yeah. At least I'll say, you know, that forever candle at least giving you more a beautiful body closing. Let me not measure that. At least that forever candle. What in the world? Giving you a close, maybe clearing all these areas, but clearing these previous wicks right here. If the body of the candle is giving you that specific move right here, a body of the candle closing below this area, then it is worth it. It's worth it. But you don't want to see that forever candle closing with a small body and more of a rejections, because that can be painful trading at this level with that specific rejection. Like something like, for example, something like this, a long wick, is not worth it. Every time the price is moving down, Like if it's gonna give you that continuation, you need that body of the candle being more than the 50% of that candle. Yeah.
Kerwin, I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
If this 4-hour candle body, it was like a weak candle,
Mm-hmm.
a weak body candle, and it breaks above 1866, will you consider for going to buy?
Yes. If let me. Can you draw in the chart? Like for example, can you use the tools
sure.
and draw some the candle that you're expecting?
Yes, actually. So if this candle
Give me 1
was
second. Let me zoom in a little bit more. Okay, go ahead.
like this with this big rejection
Mm-hmm.
that we have here,
Mm-hmm.
and next candle grabs some liquidity from here and then break above here. That 66 is a very important level
Mm-hmm.
that we got from NFP, I think. And we have this rejection all together here in this area.
Yes.
So if we break above this candle, will you consider to buy above?
Yes,
We
definitely.
have very clean candles.
Yes. And well, at that point, for example, that's why I wanted you to draw something in there, because I wanted to get your idea. If this candle, let's say you have a this one, no, a candle, a bearish candle that may close like this, something like this. Then what you may need is a NYSE giving you a pullback toward this area right here, leaving that rejection. And if the NYSE is, this is the opening in the next 4 hour, right? If that 4 hour is doing something like this, with NYSE, and NYSE start breaking this high right there, that 4 hour candle can take you toward this area right here in no time, because of the liquidity on this 4 hour candle. Yeah, that will be ideal if we have that rejection on the 4 hour. But if not, then it's just dangerous.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, no problem. And if the candles were smaller than this, I will consider anything. For the downside. The problem that I have here is the candles, still in heavy volume here. The candles 30 something pips. But I really like this high to be respected for the rest of the session on New York session. Something like this. It's just the prices is messing around. If you guys have charts with ideas, what you guys may look for sells or buys, don't be shy. Send it. So we can take a look at it. Remember, you don't need to be right. All you need is, giving you the way you trade, giving me some sort of idea, and I will tell you, if it's good or if it's bad. Remember, I'm not a I'm not a person that is completely right every time. So I may be wrong, but I will give you, my input. I will give you my advice on the things that you may be looking for. Yeah, like if you're telling me, oh, I'm looking for buys all the way up to the 1880, I'll say, oh, well, it doesn't make sense to me. But if we have confirmations about the 1866, it may give you that push. It may not be in one single session, but may take place in a couple days from now. But I will give you my input. Yeah.
Yeah, 4 hour just flipped.
Yeah, the high of that 4 hour candle right there is this area right here. That's the contention. That's cake. Yeah. Now be careful here. Be careful there.
So how many 5 minutes should we wait for, Kerwin, to take sells here?
At least three. At least two.
3 5 minutes.
Two, like
Okay.
1, 2, and the third one breaking the low of the candle. Like for example,
Okay.
in this case, this 4-hour candle. Look at the 4-hour candle right here. If I had to sell it from here, I need to be really careful because price is still, trying to set up that specific pullback to the 4-hour candle high. Now, if I have the size of the candle here, look at the size of the candle. It's 37 pips. Now, the size of the candle, this candle doesn't allow me to trade. I will need, a candle, a couple candles bearish, rejecting this level, and I can, if I have to sell it somewhere from here, right? I may get stopped out, something like this. But trying something with this specific setup right here, and the bigger picture will be something like this, for example. Now, I am willing to risk it at this point, or can I easily wait for 5-minute candles giving me confirmations from here, like this candle pushing more than that, and all of a sudden closing below this previous rejection, and for a 5-minute candle that can break below this 65 area, then you can easily go for it, because at that point the retest, the fake out, whatever is done. Yeah. And like I said, I may be wrong, but counter trending something that is heavy bearish, even if it's coming from previous areas of rejections, I'm not interested on that. If the candles were smaller than this, I may consider it, but at this point, no.
Kevin.
Yeah, man.
Hello. I have a question here. Like, when we look at the 30 minutes chart, right? So, we could see multiple rejections or bottom forming, right? So, why can't we consider that as a reversal, considering we have the New York Open as well, right? So, no.
Yeah, but at that point, how many pips will you be using for that specific move? And this move won't happen on a daily basis. This move is random. This move is I'll say 20-30% of the times this move will happen so easily. But if you have to use, let's say, a 30-minute candle low, like where do you, like for example, having a 30-minute candle there, where do you plan to have your entry? I mean, let me know
maybe
what will be your entry.
Maybe the second candle from the last, like I'll get that as a confirmation.
This one?
Like, yeah, there was a strong rejection before that. So, and then the next one closed bullish, which is above the previous rejection. That means to say that there could be a possible push up with the New York volume.
With New York volume and your stop loss, where can be your stop loss there?
Maybe the entry should be stop loss below that previous candle.
This one right here.
Yes.
So we're basically looking for something like this.
Correct.
And it's counter trending.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the problem. Like I said, I know the price needs to give me a certain pullback, but having a structure and the higher time frames that is telling me everything is bearish, I know based on my experience, I know that every time that is in session and London session moves the same way, it will give you look at that close right there.
Okay.
It will give you plenty of moves to the upside, but those moves can be short-lived. Those moves can, it's very rare to have these specific moves with New York session, because something that is looking heavy bearish to the downside, you're not expecting that New York session will correct most of that move right there. So that's all. Buys just based on New York volume doesn't make sense. It makes sense as a form of correction, but that form of correction can be dangerous on a daily basis. If you see that price is just moving, and then New York correcting those moves, in many cases, that specific move can be short-lived. It's not going to be an easy one, having these beautiful candles going 30-40 pips in volume. That area right there. Yeah.
That's a COMEX open volume.
It's a COMEX open. Yeah. 820. Yeah, 826 already. Yeah. So, this area right here is the one that will need to hold pretty strong. This is the area that I was telling you. I don't care risking 30 pips in here, like having something toward this area right here. But I know the price can, it can stop me out. I don't have any doubt about it because of the way the 4-hour candle is behaving. But if that candle is giving me rejections from here and giving me a break below this previous structure in this area right here, I know this was the pullback for New York session.
Kerwin.
Yeah.
Morning,
brother.
There was news from Bostic. Inflation is too high. Fed needs to act purposefully. Has that affected gold in some way?
It was now. If that was now, yeah.
18 minutes ago.
Okay. Yeah. Then yeah. Then gold have a huge chance to correct the whole move.
Yeah, Kerwin, like that 4-hour, like the way it's looking for this 4-hour grabbing so much liquidity from the bottom with that long wick. Would we take longs to like 1875 after, or because there's nothing on the left, it's clean traffic
on the 4 hours?
Yeah, on the 4 hours. Look, like if it closes like this in the next 30 minutes and the next 4-hour wicks down, I mean, the upside is
yes. Yeah. Ideally, for example, with NYSE, if it's pulling back to these rejection areas and giving you that push above this area right here, man, the only contention we will have at that point is basically this area, world, that area. Other than that, that candle with that heavy liquidity can take us to this area overall.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Let's see.
But I'm still looking for subs. Like we'll see.
Yeah. No,
how
me too. Me too. Yeah. Overall, yeah.
Okay.
How many pips are in this candle right here? 24 still. It's a lot. It's a lot of pips right there.
If we have a fake out, do you think it will be a good trade?
Yes, I think so.
Okay.
I think so.
Yeah.
Hey, good morning, Kerwin. Morning, everyone.
Morning.
What are you guys doing?
Morning.
Good, brother. Here, just trying to understand gold.
Oh, it moves pretty random, right? Like today.
Yeah.
We didn't get that move up before the move down, so it's pretty fishy.
Yeah, it is. It is a fishy.
Wow, 4-hour high broke as well. I just came home, man. I was at the doctor.
Oh, okay. How was it? Everything okay?
Good, bro. Good.
All right.
Everything fine.
That's good, man.
I don't feel bad that I missed the move up, to be honest, bro. I just would have felt bad if I would have missed the move to the downside, you know.
Yeah. No, I missed the move to the upside as well. So, but I'm not interested in buying gold unless I have confirmation.
Yeah, me too. This is a perfect fake out area, bro.
Yeah.
That's what I'm looking for.
Okay.
Mini talk, bro. What happened?
Yeah. No, I was just listening, this is area of interest, 1864 to 1867.
Yeah.
But the thing, now it will be messy because that news is like, it's not an data, it's a headline.
Yeah.
It can.
What, we have news?
No, it's a headline, bro. It's like, inflation is too high. Feds need to act purposefully, something like that.
Yeah, on Wednesday. That will happen on Wednesday, bro. We have CPI on Wednesday. And Wednesday will be the news.
Yeah, that news is like
bro,
inflation.
they have to do something, bro. Stock market is bleeding. Like,
yes.
Did you see that weekly close?
Yeah.
That's looking like a bloodbath is coming, bro.
Yeah.
Can their BTC still bearish or?
BTC? BTC is hella bearish, bro. Holy, I missed that drop, bro. BTC dropped like hell. Ooh.
5 seconds bearish. For the low. Yeah,
Yeah,
that would be ideal. This
30K.
would be ideal. Something that can give us a close below the 65 will be ideal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know, Kadir, if you miss that London move, it's better to stay away for today.
Yeah, bro.
Again,
If
trade
you
tomorrow.
miss London, you shouldn't chase trades during NY, right?
No, that was the one of the Kerwin's favorite setup.
Kerwin.
Yeah.
Kerwin, you know that, right, bro?
Yes.
If you miss London, you shouldn't chase
Yes,
NY.
exactly.
No, Kerwin, today it was your favorite setup. Last 30 minutes of the 4-hour close. There was no brainer.
Yeah.
That's the only London setup, bro.
Come on, come on. Gold. Start doing something good, man. Come on. 30 minutes. 8:30. The last 30 minutes before the 4-hour candle close.
That's our trading time, bro.
Yes.
It's gonna happen.
Here we go.
We just need some retailers to buy now, and then we can go downside, bro. Easy.
But the headlines is fishy though.
Headlines can mess up price action.
Yeah.
What is the headline exactly now? I missed that.
It's like, you know, some big guy said inflation is too high. Fed needs to act purposefully.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Another guy have to come and say it's fine to go down.
They have to pump the markets, bro.
Okay. Pay attention here as a form of correction. I will give it a try in just a little bit. If this candle pull back, and it's really low time frame, back to this area, 12 pips, and then start breaking this low. I'll give it a try. And I'll have, you know, I may get stopped out really quick in this area, but I will give it a try. Trying something like a cowboy here. Something like this after the pullback is done. And first position will be there, and the next one right here. Something like that.
No,
We're already whipped up, Kerwin.
Yeah, just a little bit. I just need to see a break below that previous 1 minute low. If doesn't give me that, you know, then I won't be considered a trade. If it's giving me that trade, yeah. And obviously, if that price is not giving me a straight drop to the 65 and closing below the 65, then I will close my position. That will be my trade. Yeah. Okay, that closing right there is fishy. On the 1 minute, it's pretty fishy. We still need a pullback on this 1 minute to the previous one and breaking those lows. I'll give it a try. Come on. This the first 5 minute candle, the last 1 minute before the 5 minute candle close. That 5 minutes still. Okay.
I'll be fine if it closes like this. Next one, give you a pullback, then breaking the lows. No brainer.
Yeah. It's kind of a cowboy entry though. That 5 minutes still doesn't have a bottom wick right here.
Yeah. But if it closes below 1866.600, then yeah. Gucci.
Yeah. Still.
Don't take this, guys. If you are new or something, like, don't take this. It's not worth it.
Yeah.
Wait for some 5 minutes closing bearish and go for easy ones.
Yeah, that 5 minute doesn't have a bottom wick right there. It doesn't, you know, doesn't make sense for this trade. It doesn't make sense. I was expecting that 5 minute to close with the bottom wick right here, and then the next one closing with the long rejection and the candle closing bearish. But all I'm getting is a bullish close. Yeah.
It's too bullish now.
Not worth it. Yeah.
NYC, bro, will pay. No worries.
Yeah.
NYC can pay
all I
easily,
wanted was this candle and this candle basically breaking that low to give me that specific move. But the way the 5 minute candle closed, no. Now, in this case right here, if we're good for a possible drop later on, this high right here needs to be respected. If that candle break that high with this candle, no bottom wick, man, it's going up no matter what. Yeah.
But small range curve in upside till
It's
71.
small. In total honesty,
not
the
even
risk
worth it,
reward
bro.
is not worth it for me to consider buys or something like it. Yeah. And I don't care if price goes back to the 1890 today. You know, if I miss the buys, I miss the buys. I can, you know, I can wait until tomorrow.
Yeah, the buys wouldn't hurt me, bro.
The current 5 is rejecting. And the current 1 minute.
Yeah.
It's pushing down. Here we go.
Yeah. But he's looking for those Cowboys entries, huh?
Bro,
I'm looking
relax,
for
bro. There we go.
Yeah.
Because you know, if you entered on the 1 minute and you're actually on the right direction of the market, you end up having a very good RR because your stop loss is so small.
It's the high, yeah. That's the best way. That's the higher RR.
Exactly.
Kerwin, I will be looking this area fake out, Kerwin.
Uh-huh.
If the candle closes like this, will be the better one, you know.
Yes, that would be beautiful.
Yeah,
that would be beautiful.
Pay attention what happens here because it's the low. It can retest the low and then flip bullish, and then you should close your position at that point.
Then you can have, you know, the idea that price being trapped below this area, price can come back to this area, but fail to break from there, and giving you that the rest of the session a continuation to the downside. At this point, nothing has changed. I'm not interested in looking for buys. My risk reward is not there for buys. Like I said, I may miss the move, the whole move for the buys. It's okay, but my risk reward is not there. Counter trending something that is looking heavy bearish is not my thing.
Yeah, we got so
Sultan
much
is
on
chill, bro.
FMC.
So Sultan is relaxed because he caught some during London. He tells me, bro, I'm gonna be disciplined. You know, I just open charts when at 8 a.m. and then he sends, oh, bro, I caught 20.
You know, I said I sent you like personally, bro. This is going to be sell. Go. You said I'm in the phone. I can't take that. Blah. It was Kerwin's, you know, favorite setup, bro. That's the first thing I learned.
But that was after the 4-hour close, bro.
Yeah, that's the same. 5-minute close.
Kerwin one is before the 4-hour candle close, last 15 minutes.
Last 15 minutes, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, whatever, bro. NYC will pay eventually, I think. It's gonna be an easy one, as always. So it's gonna be patient.
Kadir paying all gods to give some NYC movement. Kadir, can you stay without trading? You got so much on FOMC, NFP, bro. What you need more?
Bro, I didn't trade FOMC. You got FOMC. I caught NFP. NFP was easy one.
Our cake is
was a no-brainer.
Our cake is on oven now.
Wow.
I think I'm gonna take that. Like basically, we're at the 4-hour high right now. If we close under the 4-hour high, we're done. Like
that's the prime entry in total. Honestly, the trading at the 4-hour high is prime. Is prime price. Yeah. Okay. So Luis.
Hey, how are you?
Hey, good brother. How was your weekend, man?
I was really calm. How about you?
Good, brother. Good. Chilling over here, you know, just watching the Formula One, and yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So so here's the thing. Your entry buys taken based on rejections on 30 minutes from 56. Did you consider to have a bigger TP or not?
Yes, actually, I did have it, but to be honest, I just secure most of my positions when I get like 1% of my account today.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
So and it also started to retrace a little bit, so I get scared, to be honest, and closed everything.
Oh, okay. Okay. That's cool, man.
I should have let it run a little bit more.
Yeah, next time you can consider that. Sometimes those runners can give you an extra juice, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Fake out from 70 to first closing under the 70. Yeah. I mean, in total honesty, I don't want to see price moving more than this area. This is the area for prime entries. And if price is breaking this high, it's gone. So we're not gonna see this low anymore for the rest of the week. That's why. So that's why I'm considering the sells from these specific areas, you know, because my risk reward is worth it. That's all. That 5 minutes just created that resistance. This one right here, the key level we have in this area is basically 65 in this area overall. You know, so a retest to the key level at least makes a lot of sense.
Now new 15-minute retest resistance, boom.
Yeah. Then, you know, price will need, in total honesty, later on having a close below these previous areas of rejection. This is the 4-hour candle, right? So anything that can close inside this range right here, price can come back, retest this area, but fail to break this area. So therefore, if this is a fake out, makes sense for the drop to the 65. If it doesn't give you a close below the 65, remember, this is the last 30 minutes before the 4-hour candle close. And here's when the best move happened, in the last 30 minutes. Now we waited for this push. Now, the moment this price is being trapped in this area, this right here, no matter what, this area right here needs to hold pretty strong. The only way that you may, you may get, some kind of worried is if you have a 5-minute candle later on closing like this outside this area, outside these previous areas of rejection. But remember that you're looking for the move for the bigger picture on the 4-hour candles right there. That's why the moves following the trend are easier than counter trending. That's all.
I'm in Kerwin. I'm at 30 pips.
Okay, cool, man. Hold
I mean, also in those cells.
Hold your seat. Hold your breath.
Yeah, holding tight.
Hold really tight. The only contention you have is this area right here. If price goes back to this area and doesn't give you a bearish close below that area, then secure most of your position.
Yeah, that's the plan.
But price now needs, to respect this resistance overall, this area right here. You don't want to see, like I said, a bullish.
That's exactly where I entered.
Yeah, at the break of that 5-minute low. Yeah, after the retest was done, was really good.
Yeah, me too. I just closed 50% on the 1865.
Oh, no, 1865, good. That's good. Yeah. That's the key level right there. You don't want to mess around this area, the key level.
Yeah, I did manage to get that, man. My wife called, I had to pick up. Now she's calling again.
Oh my God.
Oh, but the next 15 will give me opportunities, I believe, still. Bro.
Oh yeah, I think so too.
Yeah, next 15 minutes, if this
pulling
15
back
minutes
to the 60.
Yeah.
Max pullback will be the 68. If it's breaking that 68, forget about it. Don't hold anymore.
I'm still waiting, I'm concerned about this range, like you said.
Yeah.
This
range. You'll be surprised. You'll be surprised how later the moves will be easier than this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
NYC can be easy.
Yeah.
Because when you get first trade, you no need to force the second trade. Am I right? Is that a good psychology?
That's correct. That's correct.
You're a fucking bitch, bro. You.
Oh, look. Hayden. Yeah, I agree with you, Hayden. You said when Kadir's wife called, the trade happened. That she's the liquidity provider.
Yeah. But bro, last time when this happened, bro, I got a better opportunity.
No.
Way better opportunity because I picked up the phone. So I believe it's gonna happen again, bro. So
no, is your wife your liquidity provider, Kadir? or you are the liquidity provider?
Bro.
Nah, man, it's jokes. Don't worry. You don't have to answer. Yeah, just stay quiet. Most likely she's listening.
No, bro, she's not here.
Okay.
She's food shopping.
Luis laughing so loudly. Did you saw Luis IG? So much, Valentine Day speaks. Kevin, did you got that clip, Louis clip on that Zoom day?
No.
Nah, we didn't record that.
Oh, I think it was recorded, but on Rio's screen. I wasn't recording at that time. No.
Because Rio is recording every session, right? So it should be there. But because I remember Kerwin said like, I wish we had have recorded that, you know.
Yes. Kerwin, this is Spanish resistance.
No, man, come on, bro.
No. Oh.
Right there. That's your resistance.
The current 5 just did it stop wick and
yes. Yeah, Price, if this is a fake out, this area right here is your contention area. You don't want to see price breaking this. All you want to see is price breaking this low, closing below the key level, and we're gonzo. We're going downtown.
A close under 1865 would be amazing.
Yes, I think so. Even leaving that 64 area, which is this one right here, I don't want, in total honesty, price being trapped in this area. Being trapped in this specific area. I would love to see pre-NYSE, like the 4-hour candle, at least the body closing below these previous rejections. That's why I'm still holding that specific trade, because I think there's a huge chance for the 4-hour candle to give me that close below this area. And from that area to this area is an extra 30 pips.
You mean to the 62, bro? Or
to the
64?
62, yeah. At least going back to retest that 62 and the 4-hour candle, giving me in the next 12 minutes a break or a rejection from that 62. That's what I'm looking for. That specific move. If it's giving me another rejection from this area, then I know that it may be a whole range for the rest of the session, and I won't be looking for anything else at that point. But obviously, for that to happen, I need a body of the candle closing below the key level. And let's see what's up. And
yeah, at that point, the 4.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, I just want to say at that point, the 4-hour candle would close like a range candle. And we can play the range at that point.
Indeed, exactly, bro. Exactly. Like having another drop.
Yes, I have one doubt. I send the return on my product and still I get a refund.
Oh, 1 second. Refunds, we don't manage refunds here.
What refund, bro?
No, it's I think
she forgot to
she's talking
unmute
to somebody else.
Yeah.
Let me mute her.
Pan comido.
Bro, I think, but
Minivans, where did you learn that thing? Pan comido. Not long ago, I was listening to the recording, and it was like pan comido. I'm like, holy.
Bro, this guy's crazy, man. He goes in Google Translate, and he messaged me in German, in Turkish, He's crazy, bro.
Oh man. No, but that's good. That's good. Minivans is international.
Yeah, bro. He's educating himself in every aspect,
Hey, Kerwin, don't you think this candle close like this would be better on 5 minute? One single candle fake out than being 2 candle fake out?
Yeah.
Huh?
Maybe, but I don't want to see another push to this area. In total honesty, this area right here is my contention right here. I don't want to see the price in the last 15 minutes going, back above this area right here, because at that point, the 4-hour candles closing with heavy liquidity. All I want to see is that drop, baby girl. Keep dropping, baby girl.
But this is good, retesting the fake out.
Yeah.
This 5-minute closing is a classic one, bro. Then the next breaks the low and does the job.
Yeah, keep going, baby.
Let's see if it happens.
I know you can do it. It's last 10 minutes before the 4-hour candle close. At this point, I'll be really picky. That candle not giving me retest to the high over there. All I want to see is that candle dropping below these previous areas and closing below the key level. It's giving me a break above this area right here. I'll be closing 50% of my position. because in the last 5 minutes before that 4-hour candle, I don't want to see a quick push to the upside taking me out. And then a new 4-hour candle start ranging. At that point, we'll be guessing, because if I can get a partial wick fill to the downside, it's okay. If I can have a push to the previous 4-hour candle high, then it will be a lot of mess. And at that point, I will be closing my position. So I'll be reducing my risk in this area right here, and I'll have, you know, a possible stop loss in this specific area right there, the 67.57. Yeah.
You said you'll enter at the retest of the top of the range, Kerwin?
I entered, my entry is 1867.19.
Okay. I'm 1867.15. You beat me.
19.
But okay, so you're right
there. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I'm closing 50% of this position.
Yeah, I closed mine there. I don't like that anymore.
Yeah,
the way it moved back up.
Yeah. Yeah, I close 50%. I'll let the rest run with my stop loss in this area, 67.60. You know, just to give it a little bit of that drop, a room to breathe. Clear this out. This area right here. So area you don't want to see price. This one right here. Pan comido, pan comido.
Yeah, now it just looks like to me it was retesting the 65 now. So
exactly.
So it may even
if it's fake out,
continue
it has
higher.
to. If it's fake out, it has to reject 1867. Fake out and retest that fake out candle.
Yeah,
exactly. If it's a valid fake out,
it can't test its own high anymore. So the current,
exactly.
the current 5 cannot test its own high.
Yes, exactly that. Exactly. That's true. That's true. That's true. The only problem you have is the last 7 minutes of the 4-hour. That 4-hour candle will be closing with a nothing candle like this, leaving a heavy chance for a new 4-hour retesting the high before the continuation, or will this candle close like a nothing candle, like a bearish, and then at that point, this area right here, the high that this candle created, we're not coming back to this area right here.
That's what. So I'm worried about the next 4-hour top wick.
Yes, that's the thing.
What I'm worried about.
I wanted, in total honesty, I wanted this trade going back, closing below this area and giving a retest to this low, this previous rejection right here.
Yeah,
that's all, because at that point, you know that this area right here will be the max pullback for the new 4-hour candle. And at that point, my entry will be safe. But having this entry where I currently have it, and, you know, holding that position, there's a huge chance for a new 4-hour candle going back, retest this area, and then giving you another fake out from here. But let's see. I mean, we may get lucky then in the next 5 minutes we got the break below that area right there, and therefore this area will be your contention area for a new 4-hour. But it's still pretty dangerous. Okay, baby girl, what do you want to do? Dropping. Yeah, it's quite dangerous. This might be the range that we will be in for the rest of the session for NYSE. This whole area, this area to this area right here. But sales is what makes sense.
I closed
The push that
50
we
just
had
in
this
case,
morning.
and I'm gonna hold this position now.
Yeah, that's a good idea. That's a good idea. From this area to this area, 19. This area, 32.
But
No,
this was
it
our
just
bias, Kerwin.
Yes. Yes.
Like
Mhm.
in the morning, we said New York is gonna go get higher prices
Yeah.
to sell.
Mhm.
That's what they did.
Yeah, the problem is the risking in this area is quite dangerous because of the new 4-hour.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but if this this setup was like, let's say 8:30, 8:25, then you know that in the last 30 minutes there's a huge chance for that 4-hour candle to give you that drop. Problem is this thing is taking forever to give you that drop. Only 2 more minutes for that for a 4-hour candle closing, and that 4-hour candle is closing like a nothing candle right there.
there's nothing crazy, just 20 pips. You waited like 15 minutes for that.
Yeah, yeah.
I think today looks like rangy day, Kerwin. This 4 hours will
Mhm.
take all,
Yeah.
from us as a liquidity for tomorrow.
Yes. All I want to see in the last 2 minutes is a quick drop. I will have my finger on the magic keys right here to close. If not, this is just plain and simple range. Okay. Next 2 minutes, pay attention to the next 2 minutes. Obviously, at this point, you don't want to see price breaking this high.
Yeah, at this point, if you're in profit, secure some and set your stop at break even. Yeah, it's not even worth it to hold it against a new 4-hour at this point.
Yeah. Now imagine a new 4-hour candle opening with no top wick. Give you a straight drop. You will need to be really lucky. I'll say like chances are maybe only 5% of the chances that will happen.
In the last weeks, we had that, bro, a couple of times.
Yeah.
But at this point, I think it's also a little bit wishful thinking, bro.
And Kerwin, this is the exactly the 4-hour candle that we talked about before.
Yes.
So if the next candle come back to 61,
yes,
grab the liquidity and break this 68 high of this candle.
Here, 65, 64, 950. We're good.
Here it goes, the last minute.
There's the last minute.
Don't enter now, boys.
Nah, man. Come on. Oh,
no, just for the new ones, bro.
Oh, okay. Yeah. No, here. Dangerous.
It's way too dangerous.
Imagine now the way the 4-hour candle is closing. All that you want to see is max pullback to this candle right here. No more than that. Yeah. Keep going.
That's good one, Kerwin. Someone said check 3-hour candle closing bullish.
No, give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Bless you, man. Because all I want to see is that 5-minute candle taking over these bodies right here. And then we'll get 5% of the chance, maybe 10% of the chance that the new 4-hour candle will do a quick drop. Yeah, there you go. Secure, please. Don't let everything on the table. This drop may happen, later, most likely. But
it's gonna drop eventually, bro. But I think we can see a pullback now because of no bottom wick on the 5.
Yes. 65 is your contention now. Max. This one right here. But that key level right there needs to hold. All right.
Since it's a brand new 4-hour,
yeah, look.
I think it can smash that.
Yeah, look. Beautiful.
Top up. Yes.
Yes. Don't be shy.
That was like 5 pips, bro. He's like, yes.
Yes. Top wick is done.
Yeah, top wick is done.
Bro, on a brand new 4, you never know when the
for
top
the
wick
new
is
ones. This area right here, you don't want to see price breaking that high anymore. If it's breaking that high, it's going to close above the 65 and it will give you a whole retest to the upside. Just let that trade breathe a little bit more and we will see if we can make it to the 62.50 in no time. 62.50, this area right here. Yeah. Pay attention to the clock right here, to the counter 3. When there's only 2 more minutes, then it is when the things can be really ugly before the 5-minute candle close. Okay.
And imagine we have the same range on the left today for the rest of the session. That would be depressing, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm closing another 50% on this trade, and at this point, I don't care what happened.
See, Fadi, that's why, bro. On a 4, you never know when the top week is done, bro. Especially in the first minutes, you know.
I know.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's okay.
It's okay, bro. We have 30 minutes to go.
Yeah, the 66 is your friend, Fadi, if you still holding that position.
Yes, I am. I just think that this is, like just a healthy pullback to continue down just because of the bottom range. I feel like we're going to the bottom of the range just because of that move that we had at 8 in the morning to push up. That was just to get better sales entry.
Yeah.
So like, I don't
hopefully
know, the story makes sense. So I will see.
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go.
It's a quite heavy pullback.
As long as we're under the 4-hour high, I'm not worried.
Yeah. Yeah, this is
you secured some Fadi, right?
I did. Yeah. I closed already 50%, and now I'm keeping the other 50% just chilling.
This is a healthy 30-minute candle. This
It's a really healthy one, bro.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, the 1 hour is still closed pretty strong, so it's got to respect the high there. So hopefully,
yeah. Just looking at it, the hourly candle.
Because if it breaks it, it's just gonna keep going then probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess so.
It's slightly more than 50% the rejection on the 1 hour.
Yeah.
I guess so. Fuck.
Yeah, that was a little bit wishful thinking, bro. Kerwin.
Yes.
on your side, bro.
Yeah, I agree.
Because we have that same rejection on the left, it most likely mirrors.
Yeah. Resistance. $20 for that 5-minute candle close. Hopefully that candle doesn't, the next one doesn't break this high for Fadi. Here, Fadi.
Nah, bro, doesn't look like it's gonna drop soon. It's gonna go higher for NYC. Looks like that.
Still hanging around in this area. Still.
It can still retest the high on the 30.
Yeah, have you noticed that usually it tends to retest the confirmation candle high? Like for example, this candle high right here.
Closed.
I will give it a try. I will give it a try in this area right here if I'm getting another rejection and breaking this low. I'll give it a try.
Bro, can you mute Natalia?
Oh yeah.
Please. I think she forgot it again.
Oh.
She's whispering.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That was some spooky.
Yeah, at this point we're gonna wait for NYC, bro, because if it breaks this high, it's on.
Yeah. How? Didn't enter, to be honest, but trying to figure out this range. Yeah, still. You add positions on this case. Okay, will you add position if this case close under 65? I was considering if price was leaving this area, I was considering to add another position.
You're still holding, Kerwin?
No. I closed. I got stopped out. I closed 50% when another 50 when this candle was breaking its own high. Yeah. It usually tends to pull back to the confirmation of resistance, which is this one right here. If it doesn't give me a close above this area and give me a break below, I will consider something. I was measuring this specific trade right here because I was like, is it worth it to try this move to the low of this candle right here, entering with something, for example, if it's giving me a rejection and closing a 5-minute candle rejecting that specific level, something like this, for example, to retest at least the low of this candle right here. This is worth it for me or not? If that candle doesn't give me the rejection and a bearish close, I won't consider that. This is too much of a risk in this specific area.
Bro, from a non-biased perspective, to be honest, if you look at it, I mean, this is at this point the pullback for the next bullish move.
Yeah,
it looks like
may happen. It may happen, yes.
Yeah, I mean, we dropped all night, bro. So it's just kind of, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't like it anymore at all, really.
No.
Yeah. And the buys make no sense at all from a risk reward perspective.
Yeah.
So the best option will be NYC still.
Yeah. One more minute. If you're gonna reject now, or at least give a quick push for whoever is buying. Yeah.
Call the liquidity. The broker.
Yeah, man. In other market conditions, I'll be, considering this specific move to retest this high, but based on what we had on the previous 4-hour candles, man, it's not worth it.
Yeah.
No.
How's it going, guys?
Gucci, my brother, what about you?
Not too much. Just woke up.
Oh, nice.
You didn't miss anything, bro.
I was gonna say you haven't missed much yet.
No, to be honest, actually, I stayed up a bit and I caught some sells in London. Actually, down to I think what was it, 67? I was in at 80, 1880. Yeah, I did all right last night.
Nice.
That's good, bro.
I seen it retrace almost all the way back up.
Yeah.
That's gold, bro. That's gold.
Yeah, tell me about it.
A hell of a pullback. Hopefully, for the sake of simplicity in trading, hopefully, doesn't matter if it's up or down, but having a close outside these previous areas of rejection, because if not, this whole area can be your range for the, for a couple days from now.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a heavy area.
And probably CPI will do the job then. Like we had it previously last week when we ranged, and FOMC got the break.
Yeah. Another support. Confirmation of support. 67, 68.
Yeah, at this point, I think I'd like to see like a 5-minute fake out on maybe the 70 area.
71 would be lovely. 71, 72, like retesting that area and respecting the London 4-hour high.
Yeah,
With
yeah.
those rejections, that would be pretty lovely for NYC. Because we will correct it eventually, you know. But question is when. Yeah, 72 would be basically the last frontier.
Yeah, 72 is a really nice area, even from the FOMC time.
Yeah.
Healthy bullish candles on the hourly, man. That's the last frontier, the 70. That's the 70. Almost 15 minutes for NYSE. I hate when those moves happen, like a heavy correction, and based on the higher time range, I don't have the confidence to take those trades because I don't like to counter trend something that is looking heavy bearish. As a form of like a cowboy, yeah, those trades will make sense. But you know, based on price action from the higher time range, never makes sense.
Bro, you broke the daily lows. I mean, it's and the London 4-hour closed beautiful, you know. It's pretty tough counter trend. And if you lose a sell, bro, to be honest, I mean, I would rather lose a sell today than losing a buy. If you lose a buy, then you would be really mad, you know.
Yeah,
I would
I'd
be really pissed, you know.
Super pissed off.
Yeah,
Because
but
when something like this will be freaking crazy.
But if I lose a sell, I would be like, okay.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Yeah. Like the sell that I had, it was, you know, was interesting. But I didn't have that confidence to hold a little bit more because of the 4-hour candle opening. I was being really picky at that point.
Kerwin, where did you during London? Where did you enter your sells?
No, right now the 60.
Oh, these ones.
Yeah, the 67.17. Somewhere 17, I think it was somewhere here. Yeah.
Yeah, when it pulled back, so I didn't get anything out of that. But if you can go to the 4 hour for a second and zoom out a little more, like
more.
Yeah, that no, just there is good. Like to put your 72 back on that one, just all the wicks that are there, even from the 28th of April, it tapped to the left there. Here I can. I don't know how to draw.
72. The 72.
Yeah, the 72. Yeah, just all of those wicks, and then even on the left when it was support, like the 28th April there. It looks really nice if it can get there, and then you see if rejection there. That would be the long-term play today. I don't know.
Yeah.
But it may just reject 70, so who knows? It's hard to say.
It is. It's a hard call.
Kevin, question here. So
Yeah, man. Go ahead.
So yeah, when you look at the 4-hour chart, it looks like it is a kind of a reversal or correction, right? So still we believe that it's going to go down, or
at this point, no, because this long wick from this area right here is making me believe this is liquidity graph for the weekly, and this 4-hour candle high is not being respected anymore. So now we may have two things may happen here: going to the 70, giving you rejection, then going back to the 65 and start trading inside that range from the 70 to the 65. Something that, for the sells, I don't like them anymore because of this massive candle right here. Counter trending, this massive candle is a no for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It may, it may give you a drop again to this area, but no, man, it's quite heavy. For thinking for a sell, it at this point doesn't make sense at all. It doesn't make sense.
Thank you.
No problem, brother. This thing will correct the whole movement. Insane. Holy. This is the heavy contention we have, and based on volume, this candle will close above this area most likely and will take over. And YSC will take over this session. Man, what a madness here. That daily freaking.
You know what? Like, we respected London low. We closed above 1860. I mean, we could have took a long with a very small stop loss at 1859, and that would have been, we're 100 pips now.
Yeah.
After the move is done, it's looking pretty simple, bro.
It's easy. It's easy. Yeah. But when before the move happened, you don't want to counter trend the previous candles. That's all, man. That's all.
Closing back under 1870.
Yeah.
There you go.
But it's not going down. It's not going down. This is breaking that low. This way too much.
You're not considering sells anymore, Kerwin, right?
I will need a lot of confirmations from now on. Selling, no, yeah.
Yeah.
I think 2 5 minutes closing bearish now, giving you some sort of resistance, bro. NYC respecting, rejecting that 71, 72 area now, can give you a possible setup at this point. But you have to really know what you're doing at that point, because it can go up and down, can drive you crazy.
Yeah, indeed.
But I'm still looking for sales.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, same here.
I was thinking about cowboy entries at 71, but I didn't want to do it, you know.
I thought about that too.
Yeah,
On the 1
it
minute, but
looked
I'm like,
pretty easy, bro, you know. But I was like, let's just be patient and wait for NYC, because most of the time, if you're patient and wait for NYC will reward you with at least 20 pips, bro. Easy.
Easy.
Yeah, it may retest that high, the 1 minute high first anyway, so you can get an entry there better once it confirms.
Exactly. And you never want to get in on the first 5, you know, at this point. If this 5 minute closes like this, the next one retests the highs, breaking the lows, then you can enter with good confirmations and confidence. But now it's like just a cowboy entry with no confirmation at all.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, for sales, imagine what are the confirmations to sell this strong candle?
Yeah, that's the thing, bro. If want heavy support. Yeah.
The only thing that I see, Kerwin, is that you see the 1870 line. This was a previous support that was broken. And basically now we're just testing it as a resistance. We haven't closed above 1870 for once now.
No.
You know. Yeah, go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
No, the thing that I don't like is this is a strong area, but based on the hourly, based on the 30 minutes, based on the 15-minute candle, it seems like it's gonna be an easy job for NYSE to break this area.
Yeah, you have basically 2 scenarios, bro, for NYC. Now, if you look at the 30-minute candle, if this candle closes above 70, and then does a pullback, respects the low or maximum would be that pullback, but 67 basically, and then breaking the highs at that point, it's a no-brainer. Then you can go for it. But same for the other side, you know. But you mentioned the hourly, bro. You know, if we get a drop, I don't think that the whole hourly will flip or something, but I can imagine something like this, bro. If you hold on the hourly for a second.
Okay, yeah.
Hold on the hourly, yeah, something like this.
At least to the 65. Yeah.
You know, something like this, bro. And then next one, you know.
That will be perfect.
Yeah. Let's see. Still 5 minutes to go.
Good morning, everybody.
Hey, Ron, what's up,
bro.
my brother? OG right here. Welcome to the family, brother.
Long time no talk to.
Yeah, man. How
you been,
good morning,
Ron. How are you doing?
Man, I'm lovely, man. I'm blessed. How about y'all? How about y'all?
Oh, man, great. Where have you been, bro?
Man, I've been working like crazy, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is kind of my season, kind of where work kind of picks up, man. And I've just been working like crazy. But sometimes I'll be dipping in the Zoom meetings and don't really have time to really even, you know, say nothing or trade, but I'll be kind of just trying to check in with y'all.
Yeah.
Cool, man.
But yeah, man, good to be back.
Yeah, man. Welcome, brother. Welcome to the family, man. It's really nice to have you here. Hopefully you don't get in troubles.
Man, I tell you what, man, I was excited, Kerwin, when I saw you were you know, branching off, man.
Thank you, man.
I say congratulations, man.
Thank you.
Time to do bigger things.
Oh, thank you so much, brother.
100%, bro.
Pepito. There's enough confirmations to sell. So looking after 1 hour and 30
Yeah,
minute fake out.
I
I
like
think.
this.
Yeah. Yeah. Makes sense. Yeah.
Teasing now before NYC, bro.
I know, man. I know.
It's teasing me, bro.
Yeah. I know.
Oh, we can wait, bro.
Extra confirmation. Yeah.
Yeah. Last week was amazing for me, bro. It was basically the first week where I was completely self-controlled, you know. I was basically almost watching not the 1 minute, you know. Trying to lose that habit to look at the 1 minute and getting teased, bro, you know.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Yeah, bro. The longer you're on the 1 minute, man, oh, you can see buys and sells every 1 minute. It's sometimes like it'll be like, oh yeah, here's something. Oh, there's something. Yeah, it's dangerous.
It's
It's
dangerous.
dangerous.
Yeah, for risk reward, I think the best, you know, for New Year session, the best time frame is the 5 minutes.
Yeah,
because
basically I'm also waiting for the 5, bro, for confirmations. But what still makes sense for me is like managing it on the 1 minute, you know. But like not entering, but if you entered on the 5, you can manage it on the 1, you know, like something like that.
Yeah. What you gonna do when they come for you? Yeah, and to the left is a lot of mess.
Well, you're recording still, Kevin, you know that, right?
Yes, I'm still recording.
Okay.
Yes, sir. 1 minute. 9 seconds. And pips to the downside. And 20 to the upside.
These two, if this 5 closes like this, bro, it's looking beautiful.
It's
for
looking
the next.
beautiful. NYSE will try to retest that 71 area.
Yeah, and then drop.
I just, you know, I hope that I don't miss the move.
Yeah, I still didn't enter, bro.
No, me neither. I mean, I'm waiting.
It's teasing.
I'm waiting for that 30-minute candle.
Lord, Mini got that, bro.
Yeah,
that little.
I bet. I bet. Man, I missed the move. I missed that.
Yeah.
So Kerwin, if it wasn't for NYSE, we would get this move, right?
Yes.
Yeah, easily.
Easily.
Yeah.
Easily.
Oh, no bottom wick again.
Yeah. What a candle. Yeah, no bottom wick right there.
Okay, you can enter on the next 5.
Let's see how the NYSE behaves. If it pulls back a little bit more and then drop. Nah. NYSE.
Nope.
NYSE. Why you have to do that to me?
Kevin.
Yeah, man.
What is the lesson can we learn here? How will we have taken that trade?
Okay, the lesson is pretty simple. This one right here. This candle right here is your resistance, rejecting previous areas of rejection, previous contention area. This candle right here did the retest, but closed way too much of a volume, in my opinion, to consider that a specific sell-off from NYSE. NYSE can easily pull back to this area and giving you steady continuation to the downside. Something that I would love to have before is this candle closing is smaller than that. So I can consider this area right here as my stop loss and then the continuation. But you know, I missed it not because I don't trust the move. No, I missed it because I have way too much of volume in this specific candle right here. This candle right here. It's way too much for me. That's all. That's okay. It's okay. I know there's gonna be more setups tomorrow, no matter what.
Yeah. I mean, I knew it, bro, that this gonna happen because we've seen this so many times. But it sucks that NYSE is now like with the previous 5, that would be a no-brainer. But yeah, it is what it is.
Exactly. It is what it is.
But now that we close inside that range and under the 4-hour high, Kerwin, would you not like? Why wouldn't we take a sells here? I mean,
In
it's
here?
a safer sell.
Oh,
It's a safer
because of
sell.
the
Yes, you
stop
didn't take it
loss.
at the top, but
Yeah,
sorry?
but the stop loss is way too much for me.
Not now. I'm saying on the next 5, for example. Let's say it wicks up on the 4-hour high and pushes down, then you would take it there with the stop loss right above the range, no?
Yeah, that way, yeah. But I need the close.
Yeah, we need to close here. Like,
Yeah.
Well, I think now we can wait for a retest and then on the
Exactly. That's what I'm doing right now.
around 69 or so, 68, 69. But we have to see how this 5-minute closes. Because 30 still has, you know, a wick to fill up too if it starts to flip here.
Yeah.
But at that point, it can be again risky for sales then, you know, because at this point, this is the pullback for the 30. And if it's breaking its own high, most likely it's gonna retest 70 at least.
Yeah.
You know,
something that I didn't like is because of the previous 30 minutes. This 30-minute candle, you know, is strong, and you know it didn't make sense for me to look for buys with a high risk. If it was a less risk, yeah, but at that point I didn't trust that 5-minute candle. This candle right here will drive price way down below this area. I was like, no, this candle needs to give me a small body right here. Therefore, a NYSE pulling back to this high and breaking that low will be massive. But no. And now the whole move will be corrected most likely. I mean, I have no idea. This is trading with the higher time frame, so the hourly candle, you know, is the only one that can give you some sort of headaches right here, like ranging a little bit more before the continuation, before the next candle. Like the previous candle on the hourly that Kadir drew in this area.
It's looking like that currently.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Yeah. And I didn't want to consider sells from this area because at that point the 30-minute candle was looking strong.
Yeah.
I need a confirmation. This candle, if this wasn't the NYSE, yeah, I will give it a try. I will try to sell it this low. This was NYSE, and I know that NYSE tends to pull back heavily to the breakout candle, to the confirmation candle.
Yeah.
What you gonna do on the high of the 68 area?
What if we take this one?
Well, to be honest, Kerwin, bro, like after now so much backtesting, bro, on gold, I've seen this so many times on gold that it mirrors basically every time the left-hand side. You know, if you look at the left now, it mirrored exactly the left.
Yeah, that's a good way.
Are we taking the sell?
Way to enter sell. Yeah, 1-to-1, 1-to-1.
11 pips stop.
Yeah, you need a stop loss somewhere here, for example.
1868.
At that point, the high of the 5 already was created. So worst thing that can happen here is another pullback to the high of that candle right there.
Yeah, man.
And it's going downtown. I can hear you, Fadi.
Yeah. The moment
I
he
hate it when
became
I
John
re-enter.
Wick right there, bro.
Yeah, it's just I don't like re-entering with a worse price than what I
Yes.
closed it at earlier. I just hate
Oh,
that.
because you closed completely?
I closed completely, of course. So we pushed up to 1870. That was way beyond my stop loss. But now, if I want to re-enter, it's lower than what I had before. So that's what I hate.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah.
At least now it's safer. You have more confirmation.
Yeah.
So that's the only positive side. We'll see.
That 68 has to hold pretty strong. Otherwise, it's gonna be a whole retest.
Can be a range and yeah.
But I agree, Kadir, that a lot of mirroring happens in gold, especially from a session to another. So I wouldn't be surprised if we go all the way to like 1855 and break London low. Like
break that
this
low,
could
baby
also
girl.
happen.
There it goes.
Keep going, baby girl. Deepest, if it's a form of pullback, deepest pullback was the 65. Yeah. This is interesting. Here is interesting. 15-minute, look at that 15-minute candle right there.
The 1 minute, man, just did a liquidity grab.
$940 is gonna do it.
Yeah. 940. I will hold this trade a little bit longer.
Kidding, bro. That retest on the high, it's looking Gucci.
To the 68, huh?
Yeah, it retests perfectly, bro. It's looking pretty Gucci. Just teasing at this point.
I really want to see it break the 65 here.
Yeah.
Then I would like it better.
I would love to see that
to
candle
hold it.
leaving. Yeah, I would love to see that candle holding its own high and breaking below this candle right here. That will be a massive one. Beautiful trade.
It's gonna happen, bro. Trust.
If I can take 40 pips out of this, will be amazing.
Let's move the market, guys. Let's all sell.
Okay. Let's all sell.
Quick, full margin, everyone sell. We'll move
Well,
it.
yeah,
It would rather go in the opposite direction, bro, if everybody does that.
Keep going, baby girl.
Yeah, the banks will see we all have
There you
sells.
go, baby girl.
40 seconds. Keep
yes,
going,
yes.
I know you can do it, baby girl. Keep going. Don't be shy. Give me some more. Remember 65 right here, baby. Guys, sorry, babies. 65 is right here.
Babies.
Keep going, baby.
I think with NYC volume, it should just push through this here. Should just break and go. But yeah, we
Think
gotta
of
see
this
here.
as a possible correction in price, and then NYSE taking over that session.
Yeah, there you
Keep
go,
dropping,
baby girl.
baby girl. No, you can do it, baby girl. Yeah.
That's why you gotta trust NYC.
Yeah, I'm closing 50% of this trade right here.
Yeah, me too.
Beautiful. All right, baby girl. I know you have some juice to give me. That
Man, it's the
closing,
same thing over and over, basically.
see that? Yeah, see that closing? How fishy is that closing at the 65? Below the 65? No bottom wick right there. Remember, guys, be really careful here. The key level, we finally cleared that key level right there, so that's good.
Exactly.
Just close 50% too.
Yeah, I am closing another 50 just in case.
Yeah, I closed 50.
Most.
Yeah, let the rest run just for fun. This, this is the hourly low. Yeah. This is the hourly. I never expected that will happen after that push. So be mindful, secure most of your positions right there.
What was your entry, Kelvin?
My entry 1866.90. It's pretty late.
Yeah.
66.90 when this candle this one right here.
But honestly, after grabbing, like, look at the high time frames, look at all these long top wicks grabbing liquidity. I just, for me, it would be so normal if we go all the way to London low and even break
definitely. Yeah, definitely.
4 hour flipped as well, so it looks good.
The problem is the market conditions that we're trading in. The price already moved too much from is in London. And why? Giving a massive correction. This structure right here was good enough to hold that price from going all the way up to this area. At that point, breaking this area and almost breaking this area. If price is breaking this area, that whole move from London as a session can be corrected. You'll be surprised at daily candle having a massive wick from the downside. Now, this move to the downside is coming from these previous areas of rejection. This is your resistance. This is your confirmation of resistance. This candle, I didn't want to consider entering in this area overall because I was like, you know, NYSE can give me a massive move and entering with this candle, no bottom wick. The moment that candle is closing, no bottom wick, risking 26 pips in that area, man, it didn't make sense at all to me. Now, when this candle is breaking and closing like this is the third candle, and it's giving me a close below this area. Where's the worst thing that can happen here? Like after the rejection is happening, I was like, oh yeah, it's closing, it's giving me the retest, and it's giving me that break. I will consider this, and price needs to stay below this high over here. At that point, risking on something here, 14 pips to get to the point of the key level right there is worth it. To the main area, I'm aiming for 40 pips overall, but I know that in the middle of the area, in the middle of the way, along the way, I'll be securing most of my position. Why? Because I don't want to get ruin my day being stopped out for the third time. Remember, the first trade that I took was a buy limit somewhere here, 1870. I may, and it may be in profits for a little bit, but I was sleeping, and all I was giving was a chance for that trade to, to play overnight. I was like, max pullback 70 and then a possible rejection continuation. I got stopped out with 25 pips in this area right here with the buy limit that I had. Now, the trade that I took earlier on is this one right here. I closed 50%, basically a break even. And the moment price is moving, I was closing 50% when that candle was closing near the below the key level. When the rejection is happening and breaking its own high in this candle right here, I was letting the position run, but I got stopped out break even. So at the end of this two trade, I was basically still at 25 pips in loss. Now, the third trade that I'm considering, it better play out the way I want it, or I'll be ruined my whole day of trading, because after this move, I won't be considering anything. Even if it's giving me extra confirmations later on, I won't consider anything, because for me, it's okay to end my day with maybe 2, maybe 3% down. Now, ending my day with 6 or 5% down is a no. So, at that point, I need to be really, really careful before considering any other trade. And this trade right here, based on risk reward, was better for me, because the moment that candle, it's pulling back to this previous candle high, and it's giving me that break, the break of this zone low, it's going downtown. At that point, I have a better risk reward. I have the confirmation because this candle already did the retest. But if what happened if opening at a new 30-minute candle, there's a huge chance for a 30-minute candle to pull back all the way up again. That's why I didn't want to consider that previous trade.
This was an easy one, bro. I mean, we waited for this like almost an hour.
Yeah, more than
and
an
it
hour.
paid easily.
Yeah.
But look at the 15 candle Kerwin is engulfing all the ones on the left. Closing below.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, yeah, at this point, for a downside move, in total honesty, I don't trust this move to the downside anymore. We may see some form of range in here. Unless price is giving you a clean break below the 62, then yeah. Other than that, the 62 can give you plenty of rejections here. We're already late in the session, in my opinion. It's already 9:45. So this area right here was holding pretty strong before. So this area can easily hold strong as well. Yeah.
Owen,
Yeah.
if you check the 1 hour candle, you'll see it did it's like it did a huge rejection from 1871. Can we consider the last 15 minutes it keeps dropping down? These like the last 15 candle, and then now maybe the next 1 hour candle, you see if we can get a candle that will drop up to the next support, which is 1859.
59.
Yeah, you can. Yeah.
Somewhere here.
No. Yeah, there. You can leave a run up to fill up to those weeks, but you can start from the break of the 1 hour candle. Yeah, and then maybe it drops up to 1859, and then you leave a run up to 1857 there.
It will be risky, in my opinion. Like this hourly candle can close the way it is right now. Let's say that hourly candle now. Remember that this candle right here, for example. Let me draw something here. A new hourly candle can easily retest part of this area right here, because this is plenty of rejections on the hourlies as well, this area overall, right? So the hourly candle can easily pull back to this area right here and start doing something like this and ranging. The next candle, retesting that area and closing like this, because it's basically what you have in this area overall. All this area right here is full of range. But based on the liquidity this hourly candle have is substantially strong. That rejection is substantially strong. The problem you may have in this area is lack of volume. The 10 a.m. candle, the 10 a.m. candle tends to give you at the break of the previous hourly candle low, it tends to give you a quick 20 pips. It tends to give you a quick 20 pips below the low of the candle right there. Now, you don't know if this candle will close bearish, will close below this area, or this candle will close bullish all of a sudden above this area right here, and the next one will try to retest partially the wick on this area right here, even though this is a massive rejection, and giving you a straight move down. In this area is the areas that you don't want to be greedy anymore. You don't want to be holding positions. If you need to secure, you can hold positions, don't get me wrong, but you need to secure some, because can be annoying that after having a beautiful trade, ending your trade, I don't know where your entry is, but if you enter somewhere here, maybe you enter somewhere here, you enter somewhere here, it will be annoying seeing this price reversing completely, and it's because we're trading in a previous areas of rejections. All these areas right here are plenty of rejections. Hourly candles and the 4 hour candles though, this area, remember somebody else this morning, like having a bearish candle or a bullish candle, whatever, and the next one breaking up and closing below this area right here. This is a heavy area of contention, so we need to be really careful what happened at the 62. Like price can easily start ranging from now on. And this was just plain. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, the way the 5, if you just look at the 5, it respected the low of the previous, and now so may come back into the range here. So
yeah, at this point you should be happy. I mean, with that move, because that was an easy one.
Pips.
Yeah, I got
35.
I got like also like that. Yeah, I secured most at 64, basically. 65, 64, and closed full at that rejection.
Okay.
Because I don't really think that we're gonna get a heavy move today, total honesty.
Yeah.
Like probably just gonna range.
Yeah. No, I'll close the whole position.
Yeah, this 5 gives you a confirmation of support.
Yeah. It's only 11 pips away from my stop loss. So my entry. So it was already a late entry, but I wanted to have a better confirmation before trying anything.
Yeah, it kind of sucks the way it moved right before the NYSE. Didn't give us a better chance with higher price, but that's okay.
The way that I see NYSE every time that I'm considering to take a trade, the same way that I see a hourly candle opening. Every time a hourly candle will open, I try to avoid entering at the opening of the hourly, because it can give you, you know, a pullback first before the continuation, even though you have confirmations in the lower time frame. But it's dangerous for me entering at the hourly candle opening. So NYSE coming in play with this candle, no bottom wick right here, there's a huge chance for NYSE to retest that high before the continuation. Now, don't get me wrong, if this candle, instead of giving a straight drop, and this candle can be 30 pips in volume, whatever, but if this candle, instead of giving me a straight drop, all is doing a plain and simple pullback, something that you know, this is the previous 5-minute high. If this candle opens, goes up to here, maybe somewhere there, and start leaving that specific wick, the moment that candle is breaking that its own low, I will go for it. And I know that it doesn't matter if that candle it's already to this area is 20, 30 pips, I will go for it, because chances are this candle already retested the previous 5-minute candle high and it's going something like this. The heaviest liquidity this candle have, the heaviest the move to the downside. And it's trading with the 4-hour candles that are looking bearish from the higher time frame. So I know there's a huge chance for a new 4-hour candle to create something like this. And the moment that 4-hour candle is doing something like this, it will be amazing.
Yeah, this 5 made it pretty easy, bro, in my opinion. Like,
yeah, that candle was
because it exactly respected the high. That was what we were talking about, and then it broke the low.
Yeah.
In total honesty, I entered here.
Yeah.
But breaking the low was an easy one.
Yeah. It's like this candle, for example. This candle is now.
Yeah.
This is the range that you have. Obviously. This is a whole range, right? So price can easily stay in this area right here. Remember what happened this morning? That we were looking for something to stay below this area right here. The same. Now this is becoming your fake of max pullback. Whoever is holding, max pullback will be this area right here. You know, if price is taking a breather outside this area, is because we'll retest this area, and most likely is going to retest that previous structure. And at that point, the retest to the 4-hour, the retest to the hourly candle, everything is being completed, and this area will hold pretty strong for the next session, for Asian session or for London session. That's all. But for that push, you need candles closing outside this area. If you're not getting that, price can easily stay trading inside this range.
So I closed everything, Kerwin.
Okay.
I'm done for the day. I'm just watching. I want to sit on my hands to just be disciplined. But basically, the reason why I closed is because we basically rejected 50% of that range. So if you take that range from 1867 to 1859 around, we rejected the middle of that range, and we're trying to push up. The fact that we rejected the middle, that tells me that, okay, the move to the downside, I mean, is not happening. No, but I meant your rectangle. That's sorry. Your green rectangle. If you draw a line at the 50% of that green rectangle, you will see that we kind of created a support there. So at 0.14% or something in the middle, we created like a support there. Right now we're trying to break it, but I don't know if it's gonna happen or not. So that's why I closed.
Yeah. Yeah, there's only 5 more minutes for that hourly candle closing. That hourly can easily close a little bit more down, leaving with the 10 a.m. candle. You know, if you want to be a cowboy, leaving those previous rejections after the retest has been completed to the top of that range, or maybe to a previous 5-minute candle high. Like, for example, this is the perfect case scenario. This candle rejecting that range right there. If this candle, any candle, start leaving this bottom of this range with the 10 a.m. candle, the max pullback you may expect at that point will be, depending where this 5-minute candle creates a high, maybe somewhere here. And then, you know, from this area, from the 62, having like a 20 pip stop loss. But at that point, you're looking for 20 pips really easy with the 10 a.m. candle, basically. But it's a lot of risk. Like price can easily give you, you know, a move to the downside, and you need to be really careful closing your position ASAP if price is not breaking below that 60. Yeah. But leaving that bottom area, the 62, it makes it kind of easy going to the 60s.
Yeah, the way the 5 minute closed, I like that for like, I'm not in anymore, I already closed full, but the 15, I can see the 15 closing here at 60 if it pushes, but and then yeah, next hour just a retest and then should be good, but if not, then it's just gonna range. Then I don't know.
Yeah, that's the thing. I don't want to see a range for the rest of the session. That's all. Yeah.
It always does that the second you close full, it goes back in reverse. Like, what the hell?
Yeah, I closed full, it spikes up, hits close to our entry, and then just drops again.
Yeah, that's
yeah, there it is to 60 probably.
Yeah, to the 60 most likely. 3 more minutes. You still have 1 more minute until this candle makes its way below this area right here. If that happens, then yeah, it's going to the 60. No time.
Gotta love gold.
Yeah, gold is a blessing, man.
Yeah, you just can't get frustrated when it does, you know, extra spikes or this or that, because it's when it gives you 30-40 pips, you know, good to close, right? You don't have to always go for big amounts.
Yeah, like Ted says, bro, you just take a small portion of that every day. If you do that every day, you'll be good for the rest of your life, basically, you know.
Yeah, long-term outlook. It's not about the one big win, you know. So
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's okay. I've already closed my terminal, so I don't, because I already took 2 trades, so that's it. I'll enjoy watching with you guys.
It's really easy to get tempted and taking more
I
trades.
know.
Yeah. This is the John Wick area, guys. If you wanna thinking of entering here, don't do it. This is the John Wick area.
Yeah, to the left hand side is full of rejections.
Because people have been listening to Kerwin, you can enter everywhere, bro. But they forget, I think, that you're talking about people are already in the trade. Yeah. Yeah, anyways, bro, I'm gonna call it a day. I got my trade that I wanted.
Take care, brother.
And yeah. So
Take care, bro.
Take care, guys. See you guys tomorrow.
Take care, everyone. See you guys tomorrow. Stay safe.
Yeah, I'm gonna call it a day as well. I
Okay.
don't have any business trading in this messy range and this full of rejections from the left hand side. You know, I know the price can easily give you drops later on, but I won't be looking for those moves. You know, it is what it is.
Yeah, at this point, the way the hourly is closing is just gonna look ugly if it closes like this. So yeah, it could spike back up for 10 and then grab more liquidity and then maybe go. But yeah, it's not worth it to wait.
Not worth
so
it. It's not worth it.
We'll have a better day tomorrow. Better clean moves.
100%. Take care, guys.
Yeah, take care, guys.
Take care, everyone. Have a good day.
Thank you, guys.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Thank you,
boys.
Okay.
Thank you, Kerwin.
Just
Thank
protect
you.
the profits. If you did some
thank you very much, brother.
Okay, man, no problem. Take care of those profits, please. Save them.
Thank you, Kerwin.
No problem. See you guys
Thank
tomorrow.
you. Have a good day. See you
All
tomorrow.
right.
Have a great day, Kerwin. Thank you.
All right.
Have a great day, man.
Thank you, brother. Stay safe.
You're on. Thanks.
All right.